All right, you guys, there's a brother that goes by the name of Polight. And matter of fact, the brother name is Brother Polight. All right? He's out of the conscious community. Now, Brother Polight, I don't know if you guys have had the pleasure of seeing this brother. He's a very, very intelligent brother. All right? He's one of the most intelligent in the conscious community. Now, this brother has been seen with the TMT team, the money team, Floyd Mayweather team. All right, in which that he's a counselor, he's a financial counselor for a lot of financial advisor for a lot of celebrities. All right, this guy is seen in the most lavish of vehicles. I've seen him inside the Phantom. I've seen him in numerous vehicles. This man also has more than one wife. He's not necessarily not polygamous. I don't know what you would call it, right? But he has more than one wife. Now, this gentleman, like I said, he's super sophisticated. He studies under Dr. Malik York. Don't get scared, all right? But that is his mentor, and sometimes he refers to him as his father. Now, like I said before, he's one of the prominent members in the black community. He's one of the biggest members in the conscious community. And also, this brother is one of the most successful brothers in the conscious community. Shout out to Brother Polight. But we're gonna have to hold back on the shout out. And you guys are gonna know why I'm holding back on the shout out. Now, if you guys know, at one point, I had a Mr. Hakeem Green on the show, in which I invited Hakeem Green on the show. I interviewed him, and I spoke to him about, at one point I spoke to him about Brother Polight. Also, I spoke to him about African Bambaataa. Now, with that being said, when I spoke to this brother about Brother Polight, he refrained from responding to the questions, meaning he did not answer any of the questions, right? He eluded the questions. I had to give it to him. I had to give him his respect. You can't force anybody to answer questions. But what I did take notice of was his body language, how he was uncomfortable with even speaking on Brother Polight. All right. Now, I'm not condemning Brother Polight per se, but Brother Polight is a prominent member in the conscious community. So when you get accused of certain activities, certain behaviors, we have to bring this to the public attention because you are at the forefront. You are trusted, brother. Even though I always say, you guys, make sure you guys don't worship these people. Take the wisdom, take the knowledge, but leave the fuckery. Don't get into their personal lives and what they're doing personally, because that might discourage you in receiving the message, because there's a message behind it. No matter what, you still got to respect the message, no matter what mouth is coming out of, right? Because the truth is the truth. So nonetheless, you guys, the brother goes by the name Brother Polight. He's very successful. You've seen him with numerous celebrities. He's been seen with Floyd Mayweather. He's a financial advisor. He gets a lot of money. Brother Polight dresses very well, all right? Very well. He wears some of the finest, some of the most expensive brands, all right? Luxury brands. This is not common in the conscious community. So Brother Polight is always under scrutiny, because usually when we see somebody that's conscious, we expect them to not care about vain things such as clothing. For some reason, us as human beings, we believe when you're in the conscious community, you don't have vain concerns. You don't care about a bad bitch. You don't care about jewelry. You don't care about looking fly. You don't care about certain accolades. And this is what was so contrary to this brother. Brother Polight is the prototype of the new generation of conscious. I ain't gonna say the new generation, but he's a prototype of a different route that you can take. Because sometimes those type of things that I just spoke about can discourage you about being in the conscious community, because we think conscious community, you're damn near a reverend, right? Like as if you're the man of the cloth and you wear one of those things, right? Like you're a reverend, a pastor. That's not so. Brother Polight, he showed that you can have a bad bitch. Brother Polight showed you can have a bad bitch. Brother Polight shows you could be conscious, intelligent, and have a phantom. All right? Brother Polight showed you that you could be confident, sophisticated, and come from a background that's less favorable, like gang-related background, violent background, street background, drug dealer background. These are the things that Brother Polight had in his on his jacket, right? So me, myself, coming from the streets, L.O.T.S approved, leader of the streets, lord of the streets, learning off the streets, living off the, etc. When I looked at Brother Polight, I looked at him as an example of what a brother, an intelligent brother from the streets can do. So once again, I hold Brother Polight up to a different standard, right? And this channel is not about condemning people, but you guys, Brother Polight was one point he was accused of I'm not sure sexual abuse. It was something with a minor. He did something with a minor. All right, in which Brother Polight has a recently he's been sentenced. Okay, so guys, Brother Polight, like I said, he's a conscious brother from the conscious community. He went through a situation. There was a situation with him and his stepdaughter. All right, she's not his biological daughter. Some things took place. He had the girl in the room, woo-de-woo. There was some allegations. That subsequently led to him being arrested for some inappropriate behavior with a minor. All right, this saddened me. Why it saddened me? Because the conscious community, when we think about reverends and we think about the conscious community and we think about the leaders of our community, spiritual leaders of our community, pervertedness is always a concern. It's an underlying thing that some people don't like to address. We're not going to go too deep into that. You know, I love saying that. But that's always a concern. All right. So with that being said, Brother Polight, he was accused of these things in which he was found guilty. You guys, Brother Polight, let's go into this. Brother Polight was sentenced to 7 years prison. He was given a 7-year prison sentence with 10 years probation upon release. Also, he has to take sex offender courses, which is required. All right, Hakeem Green, this is what I was asking you about, brother. You know what I mean? I still appreciate you as a brother. You know what I mean? Maybe I see why you didn't want to touch that subject, but nonetheless, we just playing our position, our community. We have to address certain things as people in our community. All right, Brother Polight, I don't know what to say. I'm definitely super disappointed. Mega disappointed. How I regarded you, I held you in high regard. I spoke about you in high regard. I respected what you did and what you contribute to the world, right? To the Black community, conscious community, to communities amongst communities. But you definitely failed. You failed us. I want to say that. 7 years, and he's gonna have to do 10 years probation and sex the courses that he has to take. All right, we're not gonna spend too long on that, but nonetheless, you guys, Brother Polight was given 7 years prison sentence and 10 years probation upon release. All right, yeah, he was arrested for that, for those sex, how you call it, sex offender. Yeah. All right, moving along.